Kind of type of the man that owned this company. When the story gave back to his bargaining war, his father how comes his father now bear Seriki Williams Abbas? We have two categories of slaves: domestic slave and field slave. Domestic slave work in the master's house, while the field work on the plantation or on the farm. So he was captured at the age of 6 by Dahomey, slave trader. Dahomey Republic was put to Benin Republic in 1975. Our neighboring country here, we share border together. So the first one that owned it when he was captured named Abbas. Abbas was a black man like me and you, and he was an Islamic scholar and he was a slave trader. Abbas made a young boy a domestic slave. William was a white man who used to come from Brazil, and he used to buy slave from this man in Dahomey. Then we are told that anytime this man comes around to buy slave from Abbas, he used to see this man working, and we are told that there's something peculiar they see about the little boy. So anytime William comes around to buy slave from this man, he keep on talking about, let me buy this boy. Abbas will say no. But one day, Abbas let go the young boy, Father William bought him and took him there to Brazil. Then in Brazil, William made a domestic slave and gave him education, which was illegal because slaves were not being sent to school. Through Mr. Williams, this man speaks English, Dutch, and Spanish, and he could read and he could write as well. Let me go this way. In the Leviticus court, in the Old Testament, there's what we call Year of Jubilee. A Jubilee is a 50 years. It was being ordained by God that any slave under it, once a 50 years, you must set them free. It's up to 15 years when William called the young man, come, let me give you a freedom on what condition you work for me. And this man agreed to work for the second owner, William, who gave him the freedom. So when they left Brazil, the first settled at Lagos Island. From Lagos Island, he came down to resettle here. As I'm talking, this man still have houses and family down in Lagos Island. Okay, and the agreement between two of them is that it was William that built this company that we are studying right now for in the year 1840, so that Williams won't be going to Abbas in Dahomey buying slave. He preferred doing the trade with the boy he trained himself. In the year 1895, this man became the Seriki Muslimi of this kingdom because he was using his money and position to promote Islamic religion here. That's why they call him Seriki Williams Abbas. The name of the first owner, the second owner, and the statue that he had. But the world knows this compound as Brazilian Barrack. Sorry, my sister, what's the name?
Omo.
What?
Omo.
Omo. From where? Sorry?
Edo.
Edo. Okay, that's the African name.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, my sister? What? Oh, okay. Let me just do some. Let's just do something here. She say Oma. Omo. Definitely, that's African name. I can trace our roots down to Edo. That's your name again? No. Oh. But I cannot trace our roots. That to tell you how powerful our names is as an African. So once they take the names from there, that's why most of our brothers and diaspora, if they visit us here, after taking it, the next thing we see them crying, sharing tears. Why do they share tears? Simply because the names of their forefathers are taken away. And maybe they retain that names, they come down to Africa, they will be able to be closer to the motherland. Because they don't even know if they are Ghana, either Togo, either Liberia, but they don't even know if they are Nigeria. And if it is Nigeria, we are in Nigeria. Because their identity will be taken from them. So most of the time people come and I used to tell them that, please, let's bear our names. Though I to my Christian name is Simon, to understand, but I still have some African name. But let's give our children our African name. Because as she is, let's assume that she lost in the heart of London. Probably she could not remember anything about what she's going to say, or that her name. If they say, what's your name? Say, Omo. Before they meet three blacks, they say, that should be Nigeria. Let's go to Nigeria.
And our name is like identity.
Thank you very much. When they come to Nigeria, they say, people that bear this name must be Edo people. Let's go. You get what I'm saying?
Let's get to Edo.
Good.
There.
They will now, so they will have closer to home. So before, have I said anything about this black woman? No. Okay. But the world know this compound as Brazilian Barrack. A barracoon is a Portuguese word meaning slave cell where they kept the slaves. And we have 40 rooms in this compound. The word was coined from the word barrack. Okay, we have 40 rooms and 40 slaves in each of the rooms. That is a minimum of 1,600 slaves. We are being moved from this compound every 3 months across this lagoon you are seeing over there, down to that island called Point of No Return. And the reason why they call that island Point of No Return is a jungle where we have wild animals. Then the slaves, they will now walk about 15 minutes down to the Atlantic Ocean where the slave ship are waiting them. Slavery started around 1440 in Africa and ended in the year 1870. Calculate that at 400 years. So along the journey, in the middle, there is a well that African sheep dug. They added the sham to it, they fetch the water and give the slaves to drink. Once they take the water, them lose their memory, not for life, but for 3 months, because they call it unknown destination. Before 3 months upon, they will have getting there. So when they get there, they will gain back their senses. Why the African sheep came over there? Because on a slave ship, you will have a 600 to 700. Despite they were in chain, while taking them away, if they spotted the land, it's aggravated them and they fight and occupy the land. That's why Africans say, let's protest our business. That's why they dug the well. And since that well was being dug, nobody fetches water and nobody drinks water from the well. Some say the power is there, some say the power is not there, some say it's effective. So, but we've never seen a single soul to volunteer to take the water because everybody is afraid. Who knows? Probably the power might still be there. But before we go in, let's talk to the side. You see, when the Europeans came to Africa, this is the money not the chalk. This is the money our forefathers used to spend. We call it cowrie. So they refuse to accept this from our hand and they now say they want to do a trade by barter with us, exchange the good for good. The European will give you 1 plate, we call it break plate in our house, you give them 10 slaves in exchange. We have type of sauce inside the museum.